Okay, we're coming to you with a budget-friendly chicken meal, so let's get into it. In this season of life, things are getting expensive, so we're going to make a chicken recipe with things that you have at home. So it's very few ingredients, it's easy, simple to do. All you need is some boneless chicken breast or boneless thighs, depending what you prefer. Number one here is to cut up this chicken. Got my knife, my chef's knife. So we are going to cut up this chicken however you prefer. I like to cook it in strips, like chicken tenders. So that's how I am going to cut this up today. As you can see here, that's how I'm gonna cut it. Gonna make strips, thin strips that cook very quickly. And this is quick, easy, and budget friendly. Number one, we have the chicken cut up thinly. Thin and like chicken tender size. Next thing to do is go over to my refrigerator and get my Italian dressing. You can use any kind of Italian dressing. I am using Olive Garden Italian dressing because that's what I have today. So we are going to marinate this chicken in the Italian dressing while I prepare the sides for my meal. Usually it's going to take about 30 minutes, give or take 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just put it in the Italian dressing. Let me show you, come on. Let me show you. I got my glass bowl here to use. We're gonna take all these strips, put it in the glass bowl like that. So it's all in the bowl. Then I take my Italian dressing. It does not have to be Olive Garden, whatever you like. I just so happen to have the Olive Garden, and we are going to incorporate those flavors there. So we're going to get this marinating with those flavors. Let's pour a little bit more on top. And I think we're going to be good to go. Now I'm going to take it over to my fridge. Let's see if I can open this. And we're going to let it sit and marinate in there. Maybe 20 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes. I'm making oven baked potatoes. So andiamo, let's go. And I'll show you how I make oven fried potatoes. By the way, I'm using these new pans I got from TV Food Network. It was a gift. That's the brand, Food Network pan. They're very nice to use and to clean. Very simple, great item. I have to recommend it. And try them out if you need new baking pans. Now this is the pan we're going to use. I'm gonna put my chicken on there, and then I'm gonna put on some of my potatoes. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my potatoes here. Very simple, and you can use a peeler. I use a paring knife, and we are going to peel the skin off the potatoes. Some people like the skin, so you could leave it on. So now we have the 3 potatoes peeled. Now I'm just going to cut them up into chunks. And that is not gonna take me too long. I only have enough potatoes here for 2 people. The next thing I do is season the potatoes. I use a little pepper and a little salt. I do it right on my cutting surface there. And then I put a little bit of olive oil on top. Like so. and just mix together. My next step is to preheat my oven. We're going to bake at 425. Start, wait for the oven to preheat. Now, during all this prep for the potatoes, my chicken is marinating in the refrigerator. And some people like to marinate things for like an hour. I don't have that kind of time. This is budget friendly, efficient dinner, so we're going to marinate quickly. It's not going to be an hour in the refrigerator. While I'm making the potatoes, trying to get the potatoes ready before I put everything in the oven. This is sort of like a sheet pan meal, but with chicken and potatoes, and you could sprinkle some onions with the potatoes if you so desire. And you know what? That does sound like a great idea. I am going to do that. So let's get some onions. I keep my onions in the fridge because it makes it so I don't cry. I'm not sure the reason why, but if I keep my onions in the fridge, when I go to cut them, they don't make my eyes tear up. So that is a great tip for you also if you have that same problem. So here we go. I got some onions. I'm going to put the potatoes on the cookie sheet and we'll sprinkle the onions on top. Okay, so let's take this off a minute. There we go. My potatoes are on the cookie sheet now, and I'm gonna just sprinkle some onions on top. I made them into big chunks because my husband doesn't like onion that much. This way he can pick it off if he wants to with no issues at all. Since I got all these dishes in the sink, you can't really see, I'm gonna let my chicken marinate a little longer and do these dishes in the sink while my oven preheats to 425. Always doing something while you're waiting. So doing the dishes, less dishes I have to do later. While I do these dishes, let's cue the music. Dishwasher, as there I have no dishwasher. Was in the United States, she passed now, but was in the United States for quite a while, and that was always her motto. Keep cleaning, Lisa. Keep cleaning while you're cooking. Dishes are done. My oven isn't quite preheated yet. So, what can we do? Uh-oh. It is now preheated. As you can see, my potatoes are ready. Now let's put the chicken on the other side of the cookie sheet. Now here is the chicken right out of the fridge. And I think it has, the flavors are all melded greatly. Now I used 425 as my cooking temperature because it'll give it more of a fried, crunchy type texture on the outside. And so I do like that kind of texture on my chicken. So this is why I like pan fried meals. But as you can see, all the dressing is pretty much on the chicken there. Let me show you another angle. As you can see, the chicken's all coated nicely. And we're going to cook this probably 20-25 minutes. It should be done. Halfway through, I will turn my chicken. So let's get this in the oven, which is nice and hot. I put it on the bottom shelf there. Now, while that is cooking, you could do other things, tidy up your kitchen, put on a YouTube video, or whatever you need to do, whether it's relax or tidy up anywhere in your house. So that is tip number 2. Use the time wisely so you have more time later to relax. Okay, sheet pan chicken out of the oven there. And here is what the dinner looks like. Chicken doesn't look like anything, but it tastes delicious, trust me.